We've had 2 other pools in Arizona, and I've dealt with big companies, the pool companies in Arizona, and I've watched the process, and I just felt that it looked like a real simple process because most of the work's actually done by the contractors. It's not really done by the pool company, so to say. What we did was me and my wife sat down and we designed kind of what we wanted to do with our pool and put that on paper as best we could. And then I met Todd, and Todd is the designer up at Build Your Own Pool. Very cordial gentleman, very easy to work with. Sat down with him with my drawing, and then what he did was actually took the drawing and put it on the proper paper and pretty much presented it to me and said, if there's any changes that you want to make, we can make them. He makes your project come to life on paper. You pretty much can tell him, say, hey, I want to spend $20,000. And I guarantee you, if you tell him you want to spend $20,000, you'll walk out of there with something on paper that will knock your socks off. I mean, it will blow away the big pool companies. That's how I knew right away, because Todd was just so welcoming, and he had so much knowledge. He had so many other projects that he was working on his desk, and it was like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. Okay, cool, I'm going to sit down with him and see what he could put on paper for me. And it just went from there, because then like I said, I met John, who's the equipment. He pretty much handles their warehouse for them as far as equipment and stuff like that. And then Marshall, who does a lot of the lighting and just follow up and things like that, making sure everybody's happy and satisfied. It was a very comfortable experience. It was just, you knew, you were comfortable. You knew, okay, these guys are not playing games, they're not shysters in plain English. They really are, they're really gonna help me do this, and I can do this. What was fun about the whole experience was actually taking a project that you, your wife, or your family, or just yourself, we put it on paper and actually see it come to life. That's what was cool about it, is it was being achieved. You're in control of everything. I mean, you literally control everything. You can control how fast everything moves. I had water in my pool in 3 weeks. So it was pretty quick. So if you're willing to, line everything up and be available in case you needed to be here, it just rolls along. It's just one trade after another comes in and just makes it happen. They're gonna do all the work. You call the excavator, he's gonna come here, he'll get a copy of your plans, he'll look at it, and he takes care of that part. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to stake the yard off. You don't have to do any of that. They come and do everything. It's simple. You pay Todd a little bit of money to do the whole design and everything else, but in that money, the permit's included and the design is done. I mean, you don't have to worry about anything. He literally takes it to whatever city you're in and drops it off for you, and then they call you, you go pick it up. And you put it on your electrical panel, and it just goes from there. And you call in your own inspections, which is easy. The number's right on the permit. You just call in at each stage as it's finished. And the other cool thing is they actually give you a sheet, built BYOP. They give you a sheet, and it shows you each stage, and it literally walks you through the process. So when your excavation's done, say, you call up, and the city will come out and they'll inspect. And then your plumbing and your steel's done, you call up, they come out and inspect, they pass it or they deny it. And again, if you have any problems, all you do is just call a contractor. Because these guys, that's what these guys do. These are pool contractors. You don't call, a plumber to do pool plumbing. You call a pool plumber to do pool plumbing, and that's what they give you. They give you trades that actually, that's all they do is do pools. The difference between using a pool company and BYOP, one pool company in particular, I saved just about $10,000 on my pool, the way you see it. It's a lot less than doing it where if you go to these big pool companies, every little thing you want to do, they charge you for it. The biggest thing is money. Everybody wants to save money. And if you're in Arizona, a lot of people want pools. So you can do it 2 ways. You can go to the big pool company and get a little teeny beeny pool, or you can go to these guys and get something a lot bigger and nicer and pretty much get all the bells and whistles. Why not? If you're gonna get a pool anyway, why not get all the bells and whistles if you can get it and spend the same amount of money? You can go get your bids from the big companies, but when you're done with that, I would go sit down with these guys that build your own pool and see what they can do for you, because they could probably save you some money and actually make you a nicer pool and achieve something nicer than you can get done with a big pool company. So that's what I would do personally, and I've done that, and I'm very, very pleased with my outcome. And that's about all I have to say.